You find yourself sitting in the fuselage of an AC-130. There's a dim red glow from tactical lighting surrounding you. The year is 1998, and the air smells of ozone, hydraulic fluid, and cold metal of your gear. You don't talk because there's nothing to say. The briefing or the invitation was a whisper, and you don't really care why you're being called. That's a luxury for people who sit at desks, and you're not one of them. You're the instruments, the scalpels used when other scalpels have gone dull or turned against the surgeon. When Black Ops teams with their secret acronyms and their blank checks screw up or become a problem themselves, you are the people who come in to clean it up. That's you. You're the top of the food chain that no one knows exists. The loadmaster gives a sharp silent signal 5 minutes out. The hydraulic ramp at the rear of the gunship begins to whine, and the promise of hot desert air is waiting you outside. You look at each other in the dim red light, your faces etched in shadow. See friends, but also professionals. You are the tools of the trade, and you have one last moment of quiet before the storm. So let's go around and introduce ourselves. I am Nick. I will be the handler of this Delta Green scenario. You can just give your first name or whatever you want to say about yourself. Tell us your character's name and what you think you look like.
I'm Sam. I'll be playing Burbridge today. And before you see, clad in tactical armor, a pretty rough salt and pepper, heavy-set guy with a very, very dirty and greasy, trucker cap that has, gloves on it. He's just sitting there, twiddling his thumbs.
Matt. I'm going to be playing Agent Kukuza, a.k.a. Johnny Gagoots. He's a pretty buff, ripped, handsome-looking guy. He's got very Romanesque features, dark hair, brown eyes, and he's sitting there thinking to himself, kind of with his hands in his lap, almost meditating.
Beautiful.
All right, I'm Dave. My character's name is Fancy Dave. He is short and almost unassuming, but you wouldn't think of him as short because that's not how he carries himself. He's got a short buzz cut and likes to carry aviators around with him, even in the dark, just because it makes him feel cool. Because he knows how badass he is, and he loves to polish his rifle.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
You can smell the fresh oil on all of Fancy Dave's gear as you sit there together. You feel the plane descending and it touches down with a thump and a shake. The back starts to completely roll down and the hydraulics whine and the bright sun invades your red space. The sunlight rolls into the back of the AC-130 and a blast of dry, superheated Arizona desert air that tastes like jet fuel and dust hits you as you disembark. You're at Luke Air Force Base. The only thing to note is that the aircraft behind you, with its 4 props ticking slowly down and coming to a stop, feels like it's catching its breath, and a single black SUV parked about 100 yards away sits there, unassuming, with the sun behind it. What do you do?
Agent Kukuza is already looking at this SUV, trying to determine what make and model it is, what year, how many cylinders the engine is.
Yeah, as soon as you saw it, you could tell that it was a black Suburban, 8-cylinder, a typical Fed car.
I think I would have my guns magically packed up faster than everyone thought and just have it on my back and be like, there's our ride.
Yeah, you have all your gear slung, you're off of there. Your small frame makes it strange. People look at you and be like, whoa, like he's carrying so much, but you're wiry and ready. As you're marching forward to this vehicle, a man steps out of it and he's wearing an ill-fitting suit and he looks profoundly out of place in the middle of the desert. Probably your point of contact, or what they call in the program, your handler.
Yeah, Burbank's gonna very untidily throw his rucksack up over his shoulder, and he's gonna start shuffling towards the car, just unnaturally sweating as he's walking too.
Yeah, this is a hostile environment for a guy like you. Your pit stains are already coming through your gear, and you look at the handler and you can see his black suit is also pit stained. You are in good company. And the man, he nervously sits there and tries to light a cigarette, but can't quite get it. You see that his hand is shaking. He seems definitely out of his element in this environment. And as you approach, he says, welcome to Arizona. I'm the one who requested you. Name's Butterfield. And he pulls out a sweaty hand.
At Burbank will, one hand he'll grab the hand, start shaking it, and the other hand he'll flip up like a little Zippo lighter, like a really cheap one, and light it for him. And he'll go, you got AC in that thing? And like point over towards the car.
Yeah, his cigarette's dangling and it startles him, so it just falls out of his mouth instead of lighting. And he awkwardly shuffles and grabs it from the ground, dusts it off, and then holds it out for you to light again. And as you're lighting it, I'm assuming, he says, I appreciate you guys coming out on short notice. I know your time is valuable. He gestures awkwardly toward the doors of the SUV, offering you a ride.
I think Johnny's instinctively going to go for the driver's seat.
He starts walking around and you walk around the other side of the SUV and get in there before him. He knows that you guys are the cream of the crop when it comes to annihilating any threat, so doesn't make any protests, goes and sits in the passenger seat. And then the back hatch opens up where you're able to get your gear in.
I'd like to pull open the passenger seat and be like, you're in my spot.
He is shaking even more than he was before. He says, excuse me. He tries to keep his composure and gets out. Do a roll for him. Gets out and trips a little bit as he does. Almost falls down, but is able to save himself. But you can tell he knows you saw it. He's embarrassed and he jumps in the back seat and starts nervously pulling things out of a briefcase and getting some briefing materials ready.
Roll down the window and put both feet like on the side. Just
Yeah.
Like back.
You lean back, put your feet out of the window.
Aviators down.
Gentlemen, at the very least, please wear a seatbelt.
He says, well, let's get straight to it. We don't have a lot of time. The intel from a recent messy operation out in Jerome, Arizona, has given us a narrow window. MAJESTIC, which is an organization with the government that is counter to the mission of Delta Green, is on the move, and we believe they're transporting a high-value asset from a research site to a black site in Utah for further development. He pulls out a map and sets it in between everybody in the middle of the SUV on the center console and sort of on his lap in the back seat. And he points to the Air Force Base and then points to a route. And he says the route takes them through two distinct environments. First is this long flat stretch of desert highway, which he circles with his finger. And then they enter Morrison Canyon. And I believe you probably have two windows to engage. You can hit them here, and he points to the desert area. It's open terrain, long sight lines, but there's nowhere to hide if things go sideways. And the second option is this canyon, and then he points to where the canyon is. It's a choke point. In fact, the only choke point before they get to where their black site probably is, which we do not want any business getting close to there. It's a it's a 4-lane bridge that spans this gorge about 500 feet deep. There's no way around it for miles, and if you wanted to trap them, you could probably do it there, but that's your final call.
Well, knowing the two of you guys, I have a feeling you're going to want to hit the choke, much to my dismay.
Yeah, the choke point does look like it's further, so you would probably have to do some pretty good driving to get there on time to intercept them. Closer is the desert flatlands, which would probably be a more relaxed route. Both will be intense for you guys, but...
Are you guys okay with me driving very fast?
Put down my aviators and just give him a nod.
Burbank's just gonna start cranking the AC and like putting his arm over the kid, leaning back.
Yeah, he looks at you, gives you kind of a side smile. Again, not feeling good in his own skin. Well, the asset itself, we don't know what it is. Intel is black on the specifics. We just know that it's alien tech, likely gray in origin. and it's something Majestic believes is critical to their ongoing projects. That makes it critical to us to ensure they don't get it. If they succeed in developing or capturing whatever this thing is, given their current internal security problems, the consequences might be unacceptable. So the objective is simple, if not easy. He kind of chuckles at that. Intercept the convoy on the bridge or in the desert, neutralize the security element, and prevent that truck from ever reaching the black site. You have full operational discretion on how you want to achieve this. Demolitions, long-range engagement, or a direct assault, that's your area of expertise, definitely not mine. But once the convoy is stopped, you are to secure the asset. If you can destroy it on site, do it. But if you think recovering it will benefit the program, that's a secondary objective. The primary goal is denial. Majestic cannot be allowed to have this technology. Any questions? I understand that you're the best at what you do, but if there's anything I can answer for you while you have me, please let me know.
All I got to worry about is getting you guys there. I mean, for the boat.
Yeah. He says, here. He points to an access road and has you drive out there, and you find a souped-up black Suburban, a little better than the one you're currently in. This looks like it's Agent Butterfield's car. You can tell that
okay,
this one...
Thank you.
Yes, this one's turbocharged and armor-plated as well.
I didn't want to say nothing. I appreciate anything, but, this is nice.
We don't have an unlimited budget, but we do have some cash to throw around. But as soon as you get or destroy the asset, please report in, and he throws you a sat phone.
Does this car have like a sunroof or anything, or is it just like completely armored and,
It's completely armored, but it does have a sunroof. You're guessing and hoping it's bulletproof glass up.
All right. I'm going to position myself in the sunroof just because, that's what I would do with my long-range rifle and try to scout for our driver.
All right, you open the sunroof. You're getting used to the vehicle. You're loaded. You have your weapons out. Sam, what are you doing and keeping set up for yourself?
Yeah, Burbank's gonna keep in the back seat with his light machine gun out, kind of ready to take the middle spot if we need suppressive. But he's actually going to ask this kid what type of capabilities does Majestic have? What are they transporting it with?
Well, we haven't seen this exact convoy. We've just seen their past convoys. Typically, they have 3 to 4 cars and some sort of transport truck with them. They are usually armor-plated, is our guess. The truck itself is not typically. It's just a semi-truck, usually. But we aren't totally sure. We just have been monitoring their movement and got word that a larger convoy was leaving. As far as operational capacity of Majestic, it varies. Could be a strike team with them, could just be some security nuts. We don't know for sure. So you looked at the map. Whoever's going to try to plan like where you want to meet them or the route can either you roll a navigate or a military science land.
Which one of us would be best at that?
There's 40 as well. So.
My navigate's pretty good, so I'll give that a shot.
Nice.
All right, that's going to be what I'm assuming is a success with a 58.
You start mapping a path. You probably gain yourself about 15 minutes with this path that you've come up with, and you know that it's probably time to get going. You have about 2.5 hours to get there if you want to get there before the convoy.
All right, buckle yourselves in as much as you can.
Yeah, is everybody wearing their seatbelts?
Yeah, I'm not gonna pop open the sunroof until like we get closer.
And Sam, I just imagine you having your light machine gun between your legs. Like, all right. Yeah, so you mapped out a service road that will take you beside the highways, and you see some unpaved winding ones that would cut off a significant amount of time. You're able to take that with ease. Go ahead and roll your drive.
So close. It's a success, but it's a 68.
Testing fate. Yeah, you take these service roads at great ease, and the service roads start to turn into paved roads and you have to get back on the highway. And up ahead are starting to see some sirens. How fast are you driving?
I was assuming at least like 75.
Okay, so go taking it slow, all right? Just kidding. Yeah. Up ahead, you start to see a jackknifed semi-truck trailer, and there's a detour off that will probably cost you some time. And you see some cops and a few ambulances around the jackknifed semi-truck. What do? Do you take the detour? Do you stop and talk to them? Or do something else?
If you guys want to chime in, let me know.
I was going to say, while
waiting
this is happening, can I pop open the sunroof and kind of look down my scope to get a better view of like what's happening down there?
Yeah, you have cars in front of you. You pop out and look, and it does look like the semi-truck has just crashed. This isn't the Majestic one, is your guess. It looks like a Mack truck. In fact, it has the Burger King logo on the side, and it's just been in an accident.
Do we have any credentials? Like if we have badges that we can flash at the cops, will they be able to let us through, or is that not something that we normally have experience with? Is it we have to like operate outside of that range?
You're currently FBI.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'll pull up to them and I'll be like, "Gentlemen, I got some important business that I got to take care of. Can I squeeze through here?"
Yeah, there's a small town sheriff in a cowboy hat, comes over, toothpick in his mouth, spits it out on the ground. "You're law enforcement?" And he looks at your tactical gear. "What type of law enforcement are you?"
We are the FBI, sir.
"Feds. Yeah, we love feds coming around here."
Yeah, I'm sure you really do.
Yeah, go ahead and roll persuade plus 30.
So 30 added to my number to make it worse? Okay.
No. To make it better because of the law enforcement thing. So, yeah.
Okay. I got
so you're looking for 60.
Okay. I got a 39.
All right. Yeah, he sees you're packing some gear. We don't necessarily enjoy federal law enforcement in the area. We do know that you have some sway. So, next time you don't even have to stop the ass. Just blow on by. We ain't going to stop you.
If you say so. I thought I was being polite, but I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Yeah, he grabs another toothpick out, puts it in his mouth, and you guys blow past them. And yeah, what's the tact on speed now? You have the open road in front of you.
I'm practically flooring it at this point.
Okay. Yeah, you see the gas gauge tapping above 90 here and there and getting into the hundreds as well. It is pushing this machine. Go ahead and roll drive again to avoid overheating.
46.
All right. Yeah, you have a good feel for this already. The turbocharge and the air intake in the hood cool things down just fine in this desert heat. This is probably the time to talk about game plan for once you get to the bridge.
Find me a good spot to shoot.
I'm assuming we want to find some way to slow them down once they get on the bridge.
What's our ETA compared to them?
Your guess is, based on what Butterfield said about their ETA, is you'll get there about 20 minutes before they do.
Anyone have some C4? Maybe we could just blow that damn thing.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He's gonna pull out his rucksack. He's gonna like jumble through it because it's a mess and pull out like 2 pads of C4.
All right. Yeah. The C4 is out, doing some prep on it beforehand. Now C4 is set with timers, not a trigger device. So you would have to set a time. What would you guess, like, for time-wise to get to plant C4 and get out of there?
I would say like 10-15 minutes.
Okay. So going off the ETA. All right. Anything you're prepping, Dave?
I mean, I feel like my weapons have been pretty lubed. I want to maybe just like adjust my scope, calibrate the scope. Do I get the sense that if I needed to, I could shoot these timers and it would cause an explosion? Because I'm watching him struggle with this. I'm sure it's a thought that has crossed my mind.
Yeah, you know that there needs to be some electrical current to ignite C4, so you probably would not be able to shoot them But if you had a skill that you think you could aid, like electronics or even heavy or even demolitions yourself, you could try to take a crack at it.
You have a unique set of skills, Burbank.
Yeah, no pressure. Okay, you're rolling up. There's dust kicking up on this barren road. You've passed very few cars. You're within about 15 minutes of the rendezvous and being able to set up your ambush. Agent Kakuza, what are you thinking for yourself?
I'm never too comfortable far away from the automobile. I'd like to be somewhat nearby in case we need to make a getaway. I can get right in the car, start it up, and we could go. But I'm going to be positioned somewhat nearby. I'm going to be keeping an eye on everything. I got my submachine gun out, which has a range of 50 meters, so I'm not going to be too far away from where this is going down. But as far as helping set this stuff up, I'm a little in the dark in terms of explosives knowledge and tactics and stuff like that. So I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here a little bit.
Yeah, roll your military science land and see if you can come up with some ideas here.
All right. Nah, not looking great. I got a 59.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You want to stick by the vehicle, get in, get out.
I'm just gonna like lock and load my rifle and look at Freddy, like, you know, because I know he's gonna get quit and stuff. But like, I got your back.
Burbank's just kind of like fiddling with the C4 and swearing under his breath as he like accidentally like misplaces something and then puts it back to the right spot.
I could see that you're swearing a little bit. I'm just going to be like, you good over there?
It should be fine. Unless you want to come and help.
Yeah, you look in the rearview mirror. The AC's been blasting. He was sweating outside, but for some reason, even with the AC, he's back there sweating even more. And you get to a giant canyon wall, and beyond it, you start to see a massive bridge. The bridge is a lonely stretch of steel and concrete spanning this 500-foot deep gorge, and there are no cars on it right now. Each side of the highway has 2 lanes, and you're able to pull up wherever you want to on this bridge.
Is there any kind of like, since you said we're in a canyon or over a canyon, is there any kind of large rock formation or anything that I could potentially park behind so that these guys won't be pulling up and seeing like an obvious giant Suburban parked on the side of the road before they hit this bridge?
Yeah, go ahead and roll survival. See if you can find something.
Oh, that is bad. That's bad. I got a 97.
Okay, since you're spotting things for him, Agent Dave, you can also roll your survival.
My survival is not good.
Yeah, neither is mine.
Yeah, I rolled a 99.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My survival is like 10%. Crazy.
Yeah, mine too. We're both like, what do you think? Cream of the crop over here.
You start pulling up on this side of this massive bridge, and it does look like you were on a mountain road and there's nowhere to pull off the vehicle, and you just see this hulking long sheet of steel and concrete in front of you. You could probably put yourself on the opposite side of the road.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna, to make it look a little less obvious, I'm gonna go down the other side of the road, and I'm gonna put my hazards on, and I'm gonna kind of make it look like the car might just be broken down or overheated or something like that. That way it's like we're not too obvious, but you know, if we have to stick out, it's not gonna look like we're obviously here to take them out. It could just be a coincidence.
Can we like take maybe like the floor jack and kind of like put it under the car a little bit? Not to like actually lift it up, but to make it look like, oh, you know. And then maybe take a spare tire out and put it like next to the car too.
See, I was also
like
thinking if either of you guys had like a smoke grenade or anything like that, I could put it underneath the car and make it look like the car's got smoke coming out of it.
The only grenade I have that it goes boom. So.
Yeah, same. So wishful thinking.
Yeah. I could maybe try to take the grenade apart and pour out the gunpowder and just kind of like light it on the road and have it kind of flare up and cause some smoke.
Yeah.
With those capabilities could.
As somebody with demolitions would have to do that. So if that's the plan of action, you might need to roll demolitions for me.
What's it going to be, sweaty boy?
I guess I could give it another shot. This one's a lot cleaner than the C4 I had, so.
You doing a lot of heavy lifting already. I'll buy you a steak when we get home.
24.
There you go. Yeah, you have it ready to ignite. And tell me about where on the bridge would you go? They're going to enter from the bottom here on this side. And where would you pull up?
Well, we're planning on like blowing this bridge so that they can't cross it, right? So I'm thinking we want to be on the same side as them in case we need further intervention. So we probably want to be a little bit further to the south and where, south of wherever the explosion is going to occur as well.
So trap yourself with them, basically.
Yeah. And, we're already positioned on the opposite side of the street. So if we do need to make a getaway, we could just drive away in the direction that we're already pointed.
Perfect. Let's go over to our marksmen. So you could probably scale some of these rocks on the side and set up. There's not some rock cover, but it's not like you have a sniper blind or anything. They will probably find you at some point.
I guess I'd just like to pick probably the best spot where, like, I'll have at least a couple shots where I could take some good shots and then relocate if I have to.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your search.
At the very least, you got the side of the car.
Nice, 44.
Okay, critical success. Yeah, you see that you could probably hike up to a small crevice here and buy yourself a few minutes of weapons-free shots without moving.
Yeah, that was good.
Have personal radios that are short wave so you can communicate via headset. Our demolitions guy, what are you doing? This is a big bridge. Like, you could maybe climb down a little bit and get it under it. You could just put it on the ground where it is. Are you trying to knock the whole thing down? You trying to just blow a hole in it? Trying to time it so it blows up the cars? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what kind of bridge is it? Because, like, if it's something like a suspension, he's gonna do it to the wires or, like, do it to the bottom. Basically, the intent is to, if not blow the bridge, then make them have to double back
Okay.
because of the divider.
Yeah, go ahead and give that demolitions a roll again.
Not looking good. 81.
Yeah, your guess is that you could put it anywhere below the bridge. You're not sure. You're not a bridge engineer, or a civil engineer. You've blown things up, but your guess is right below the side they're on is where it's gonna be best. So how are you gonna get down there?
Is there, like, a clear, like, bridge maintenance access or something like that? Or is it just...
Go ahead and roll your search.
So if I got a 0, it's just 5?
So that's an incredible roll. Yeah, you see across the other side of the highway, the side they'll be going, there is an access ladder that goes down to the underbelly of the bridge. And there is a second layer of steel under it. Looks pretty precarious, but you think you could climb down and do it.
Yeah, Burbank's just gonna start making his way over with his rucksack. He's gonna leave his light machine gun at the car for now.
Okay, you go down there, strip yourself of some of the weight. You get under there, and it feels windy down here without the side of the highway protecting you. And you see a place where you can easily plant both charges. Are you doing them in the same spot or different spots?
Probably different spots. He'll probably put 2 on the side that is going to be the side that the convoy is coming through, and then 1 on the side of our side. Well, the other side.
Yeah, great. So, gonna blow both sides. You go past where the SUV is and get them planted and set your timer.
Yeah, and can he add an extra 5 or 10 minutes on the one for the opposite side that the convoy's not going on?
Absolutely. Yeah. Over to Agent Kakuza. Where are you setting up? Are you setting up in the armored car? Are you being weapons ready, or are you pretending to work on it?
I think I'm going to be pretending to work on it. I don't want to necessarily have the hood open or anything that could potentially slow us down, but I am going to be in the back of the car, so from a distance it could look like I'm fiddling with something back there or getting out a spare tire. But behind the car, so that the convoy can't really see it, I'm gonna have my submachine gun out, ready for anything that might be coming.
All right. Dave, any preparation for you up in the rocks?
I think I'm just gonna get, as low as I can. Yeah, and set up my rifle and just make sure I have a good angle where I think that they're coming from.
Yeah. You can see behind you a little bit too, and so you'll be able to see them approaching as well with that critical success on finding the spot. And now it's just the waiting game. Agent Burbridge, you're coming back up, or are you going to stay on the underbelly?
I haven't set everything up. He's going to come back up and get to the Suburban and kind of like hide in it, ready to pop out.
Great. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Burbridge not to take shotgun in case I need to crawl into the car from the other side. I don't want my entrance impeded.
You got it, boss. He'll be laying across like the back seat.
Okay. Laying across the back seat.
Do we have any maybe like flares or something I could use as like an improvised roadblock so that no cars come down our side of the street, so that like some random civilian just gets blown up in the middle of this all happening?
Yeah. You go ahead and roll luck to see what you got.
All right, and that's just a regular deep 94.
All right. Yeah, nothing that you can tell is in there. You search through the SUV quickly before this convoy bears down on you, but yeah, no like caution signs or flares or anything.
Okay. Well, good luck. Hopefully that truck is still blocking the road back there.
Yeah. You all sit there and you're used to this moment before a ambush or a op gets started. It's the quiet before the storm, as some people call it. And it has this feeling about it. Time gets elongated and extended. It feels unnaturally long as you sit there. You feel sweat starting to beat up all over your body. The guns in your hands feel extra warm, and the smell of those firearms also permeate the air. And you just sit there listening to the tick of seconds go by. Go ahead and roll alertness, everyone.
Oh my god.
No. Burbank actually fell asleep in the back of the car.
Okay.
Gagoots rolled an 88.
Goots.
50.
Yeah. So no feelings of alertness, I guess. Go ahead and roll me luck, Agent Burbridge.
That is the percentile, right?
Yep.
Perfect.
Under 50.
Got a 20.
The convoy starts ripping in. Dave, I will give you a chance if you want to take any shots. Or are you waiting for the explosion?
Do I get the sense of which, like, I guess the white one here is the one that's carrying, the alien, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shot at one of the tires, I think.
Okay. Go ahead, roll your firearms and roll your luck.
For a rifle with the scope, so that's 54. That's good because it's 60, and then for luck, and that's a 3.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
You time the shot with the explosion on the bridge somehow. You didn't have a timer or anything, but it goes off. And in addition to that, you see this first car driving over as you start to hear, and the bridge shakes and starts to shudder under your feet. And this first car explodes up in the air, flies over the median, and smashes down on the top of it, and looks like it's gonna explode. There is flames coming out of the bottom of the engine, and gas is already sputtering up. This car screeches to a stop and blocks the way right in front of the hole, and the semi-truck with a missing tire jackknifes around and gets pinned inside the bridge at an angle. And this car that's right behind it careens and almost slams into it, but stops right in front of it. And the truck here stops as well. And you start to see men getting out. Okay. Immediately, one guy jumps out with his AR held from this. He's using the door as cover, doesn't know which way to point. Over here, the other side, somebody is dropped down under the car and is looking around. Up here, similar, people are using the car doors as cover. Somebody's staying in the car in this one. The truck has yet to move, and you can't see what's going on inside there quite yet. We're over to you, Agent Gagoots. What are you doing?
So if I have enough time, I think I would like to stay on the passenger side of swing the front passenger door open and kind of like slide into the driver's seat. And I would like to hopefully get away from the car that's about to blow up that came onto our side. And if possible, swing the car around and use the truck as like a makeshift barricade at the south side of the bridge so that we could use it for cover.
Yeah, so you hop back in the car and you jump in and go ahead and roll your drive.
Just barely not good enough. I got a 72. My original plan was to actually leave the bridge and then potentially park perpendicular to the road on the south side so that we could get out of the car and use it as cover. But I have a feeling I'm about to fail at that.
Yeah, so you get in and you start fumbling around. We will get to your failure in a second, but you're getting ready to drive. Sam, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's gonna snap awake, pop open the skylight, and he is going to lob a grenade right out of it, aiming for that northern car that's now stopped.
Yeah, you see two Majestic agents getting out and preparing. You stand up, roll your athletics to throw that grenade.
Okay. Looks like an 8.
All right.
Nice.
Okay, roll me another one for the lethality.
13.
Let me look at your lethality on here. Oh my god, it's 15. You see Agent Burbridge stand out of the sunroof and just send a grenade flying. There's some sweat that comes off of his hand in slow motion as it does, and the grenade goes right between one of the Majestic agent's legs under the car, and boom, you see the car jump up in the air and land exactly where it was, but this time there is shrapnel and legs of other agents all around, and it's a very gory scene. And then fire starts to surround the car, people inside trying to get out of the mangled thing as this fire starts to heat up the car around them. Agent Dave, what are you doing?
I'm watching all this through my scope and giving myself a little chuckle because that's pretty funny.
Through your scope, you see this car, only 2 people have gotten out of it. No one's exited the truck yet. And these 2 are looking around, trying to figure out what just happened with that explosion. And then there are 2 guys getting out of the semi truck.
I think I want to take this opportunity to try and pop off one of these guys who are confused and not really knowing what's going on.
Yeah, roll your firearms. You doing a single shot or are you doing like a spray?
No, it's going to be a single like sniper shot. That's a 36.
Okay. Hits. Go ahead and roll for that lethality.
43.
Okay. Yeah. So your lethality is 10, so you do not roll under it. Your rifle fires and it takes this guy as he's exiting the car right in the chest. And it doesn't just punch a hole, it hits like a sledgehammer. He goes forward momentarily, but then the momentum just jerks him back into the car door and he slumps down, gravely injured, but still up and holding his weapon. As you're trying to whip this car around, Agent Gagoots, a person peeks out of this semi-truck door and stands up out of the window and pumps shell after shell into the car. And they hit the windshield. As you're trying to get around, it obscures your vision. It's bulletproof, but the shells have dented it and cracked it to the point where you are unable to see. And your failure at driving means you hit the side over here, and it's no damage to you or the car necessarily, but you are incapacitated in the vehicle unless you want to try to drive again. And Both of you are still in it.
I think I am gonna try. I am gonna try to drive it again because if I get out of the car where I am now, I know I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. So, I want to give it another attempt. Maybe like not necessarily poke my head out the window, but kind of like try to look around the damage. Maybe like almost like have my body in the passenger seat while my arms are still steering and, piloting the car.
Yeah. So when it gets to your turn, we'll do a drive minus 20%.
Okay.
Dave, you see in this truck, somebody climbs through the back window with a large bag, and you see them unpacking what looks to be a machine gun with a mount. As they are getting ready to mount it up on the pickup truck, they will need a turn to do that, but they're trying to get set up, and more people open. Excuse me. The back of the semi truck opens slightly, and somebody jumps out onto the hood of this car and starts firing at your car, Matt. They're hitting it.
Oh boy.
Nothing breaks through or damages you yet, but they are definitely zeroed in on your vehicle. Agent Burbridge, it is your turn.
All right. Burbridge is going to lob another grenade at this cluster of people or this car directly south of the trailer.
Yeah, give me that athletics.
87.
Okay. Yeah, you throw it, it goes a little wide and lands harmlessly past them and then blows up. It does require the one who jumped out of the truck to jump and dive for cover. So he's on the ground, but he still has his weapon leveled at the car. Over to you, Agent Kaboot. Over to you, Agent Kakuza.
All right. So you said I'm rolling a drive again, but it's minus 20?
20. Yep.
24.
Let's go, right?
Let's go.
Yeah. You have about, let's see, when driving a vehicle, you have about 20 meters a turn. So, you can get about a little past there. You just driving straight that way?
I'm driving straight that way. I don't know if this is a mechanical thing that is possible while I'm doing this, but is there any way that I can like crack the window and just like lob a grenade out the window as I pass them by?
Yeah, you can give it a shot. So you roll down the window and then give me athletics minus 40.
Minus 40. So I gotta get like 20 or above. And I did. I got a 19.
Nice. You're lobbing it at the truck?
Yeah.
Okay, roll your lethality on it.
That truck is the one that's mounting the machine gun, right? Yeah, that's what I want to. All right, so lethality is another 100, but it's the lethality of the grenade that I'm trying to get under, right? All right, that's a 52.
All right, so we'll take the 5 and do that for damage. It blows up. The guy in the back of the truck had cover from the side of the truck, but the truck is repositioned from the grenade and blows off to the side a little bit. This guy has to drop and take cover. And then the one in the back is going to lose a turn setting up the machine gun as he's laying in the bed from the explosion. And it is their turn again. This one on the median starts firing at you again. Some bullets hit the back of it, but it's not making purchase. Dave, you're looking through your scope down at these guys, right? You see the one who crawled under this car peek his rifle out and start scanning for you. Doesn't seem to see you yet, but is on the hunt from under the car. And you see the other guy continuing to set up the machine gun. And then the driver of the semi-truck, you hear the engines are trying to get back on as it's jackknifed in there, trying to get it started. Agent David, is your turn.
All right, I am going to try to take out the guy looking for the machine gun, and then after that, I want to try to, or setting up the machine gun rather. And after that, I want to try to relocate, depending on how that goes.
Okay, yeah. So he's undercover. So go ahead. You'll make your shot minus 30.
Or would I be able to destroy the machine gun with a shot?
You can make a called shot. That's going to be the same minus. So you can
okay. Well, if it's the same thing. Let's take out the squishy bits.
Yeah, there you go.
Here we go. I rolled an 81. No, is that an 81? Yeah, it's an 81.
Yeah. So you hit the side of the truck. You see him glance away. It's not going to slow him down much, but definitely a miss. And it is over to you, Agent Burbridge.
Burbridge is going to pop his head out. Does he see that other guy with a rifle scanning for Agent
That guy's
Dave?
under a car, so no, you
Okay.
didn't.
He is going to get his light machine gun and kind of try and suppress the guy setting up the heavy machine gun. He's going to take some shots at him while we're flying away.
Yeah.
So full auto on, or are you just going a few bursts?
Yeah, full auto. Just trying to, like, make it so he has to hunker down and maybe lose another turn. It's not going to work. That's a 96.
Okay, yeah. You're firing over there. You haven't in a moving car. It's definitely tough. You're swapping between grenades and trying to lug your machine gun up there and get it set up, but the bullets glance away harmlessly. All right, Agent Gagoots, what you doing?
I don't know how much more bridge we got to drive on, but I'd like to, at the end of the bridge, I'd like to hit the e-brake and do a, swerve around and position the car, hopefully in like one kind of like motion,
Yeah.
so that the passenger side of the car is perpendicular to the side of the to the road.
Yeah, you're flying around, and as you're doing that, the sound of Agent Burbridge's other charge goes off on the other side, and you feel the bridge shake again. Agent Dave, you see the bridge starting to sag in the middle with that second charge going off, just a little bit. Little concerning, but not a priority probably right now. Go ahead and roll that drive again, and minus 20%.
Still minus 20? Okay. That is a 10.
Let's go. So you flip the car around, pull the e-brake, slam it, and drift to the side, and you are blocking the back of the bridge. Your passenger side is facing your targets, and Agent Burbridge are just sitting there at the top like a jack-in-the-box prime target for the enemies. We will go over to them and see what happens. This guy on the median has a submachine gun. He's going to try to take a shot at you, minus 40 because of the range. 62, he's not going to do it. And another one who gets out of the passenger side of the semi-truck lays down on the median, and he has an AR with a scope that you can see, Dave, but he's pointing it towards Sam, and he's going to fire at you, Sam. Sam, what's your armor?
Armor rating's 5. Or is it 6 because of my Kevlar helmet?
Yeah, since it's your head poking out. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, 6. Let's see. A bullet comes straight from this AR, hits you in the shoulder. You've felt this sting before. Whatever combat you've been in, this hurts a lot, and you take 3 damage, and you will have a hard time lobbing any type of grenade. You can probably still fire your machine gun, but your shoulder is beat up from this round. And Dave, you see the guy getting the machine gun ready. He fully has it out. He's laying down in the bed, and he chambers the rounds, but is still not ready to start firing since he's been delayed a few times. And the guy under the car is going to roll his search. Doesn't look like he's got a beat on you quite yet from your vantage point as you're looking down on them. And the one you hit previously stands up and is going to take another wild submachine gun shot at you, Sam. 66. He critically fails, and as he's laying there, you see him hold out a submachine gun from the ground, and he somehow shoots himself in the fucking foot, and you see like his toe explode, and it's just his own foot gore all over the place, and he faints from the pain of it. All right, we are back to our marksman. Agent Dave, what are you doing?
All right, I'm going to take one more shot at this guy on the machine gun as he's trying to chamber this stuff.
All right, minus 30.
27.
Go ahead and roll that lethality, so just the D100 again. If you get under your percentage, you automatically kill him.
40.
You shoot him right in his left ass cheek that's poking out, and you see his back pocket explode in blood and fat, and he screams and howls in pain. It echoes through the canyon. He is not quite dead, but is definitely seen better days. Sam, we're over to you.
All right. Burbridge is gonna kind of like center himself after getting shot, and he is going to level and do a burst at the heavy machine gunner to try and end him. Looks like a 27.
7. All right, go ahead and roll that lethality.
Like 30.
Okay. So what's on a burst?
Let me see.
Okay, so you have 3 meters of coverage, so you can hit that. So you hit both of them. The guy in the back of the truck, how do you finish him? He just got shot in the ass, and what's the finishing shot from this burst?
I'll shoot him in the dick.
I think he's like popped out screaming. Yeah, and you just see a line of bullets straight from head to taint just go boom.
But yeah. He
Unzipped
rolls
him.
over dead. Yeah, he's unzipped with bullets. The guy has cover behind the truck also gets hit, but he gets hit in the leg and falls down. He has an AR and is trying to level it back towards you, Sam. And we will go over to Agent Kakuza. What are you doing?
So I successfully positioned the car so that the passenger side is facing the enemies, correct? I'm going to open up the driver's side door, and since we're in a Suburban, I'm going to stand on the little, whatever you call it, the step that like helps you get out of the car. I'm gonna poke my head over the top of the car using the car as cover, and I'm gonna, if it's close enough, I'm gonna just give it the truck with the tractor trailer. I'm gonna just send a spray of bullets towards the gas tank, hopefully to blow it up.
Hell yeah. So your range is going to give you a minus 20, and the called shot on the gas tank is another minus 20. So
Okay,
it's a long shot, but you can give it a go.
that's a 2. I see him, as I was pulling the car around, I see him trying to take out Burbridge. So I did not appreciate that my passenger just got shot. I pull out of the car, I peek over the top, and I'm like, "Hey, motherfucker!" And I just shoot him right in the head with my submachine gun. Basically make him unrecognizable, and that's that.
From in the car, Agent Burbridge, you just hear, "Hey, motherfucker!" And then a shot, and it's almost like slow motion as you kind of look to see where he's shooting, and you see it smash into this guy's head. Somehow this shot turns his head into a canoe. Like, it is like a tunnel has been bored through the top of it as he falls over, a limp sack of flesh now. We are now going over to them. All right. We're going to roll a search for our sniper under the car. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Still searching around for you. This guy in the median is going to drop down and take cover behind the car, and you see him smacking on the back of it. And one of the semi-truck drivers, he starts to try to get it in gear now that he's starting it. He still can't get it. He's still working that semi-truck. The guy in the passenger seat can't get out because the door is lodged against the concrete, but you see his AR hanging out of the window as he's scanning. He'll also do a search. Okay. And this car up here, the car that flipped over the median and caught on fire, starts to tick a little more, and then there's a small little pop and a small explosion, and it flips and falls into part of the hole in the concrete left by the other bomb, and is still continuing to burn. In the car that was burning on the other side, you see them frantically trying to get out still, but they cannot get the door open as they are cooking in there like some Thanksgiving turkeys.
Damn.
All right, we are over to you, Agent Dave. You see this sniper still looking down. He has quite a bit of cover. What are you doing?
So, what am I doing? That's a good question. So he still doesn't have a beat on me.
He seems to be looking in your area. It's hard to tell if he knows exactly where you are, but after the few shots that you've taken, he's starting to get the beat on you.
I think that I would like to finally move. So I'm wondering if I could like slowly, climb on down kind of to like where the corner of this car is where the machine gun was.
Yeah, like right here?
Yeah, like right around there.
So you have 5 meters, or sorry, I think it's 4. So you can get to about there.
Okay. So from there, how far is that from where he is?
So you could get here and then see over the median to him. The truck would be kind of blocking your view a little bit from that vantage point, though. So it would be tough. You would have cover from him, though.
That's perfect. And how far away am I from him right now?
You're about 15 meters. Okay, cool. You have cover. All right, Agent Burbridge, what's going on?
All right. Agent Burbridge is going to... Can he see the guy under the truck now who's scanning with the rifle?
You can, but it's going to be pretty hard to hit him. So you're going to do it at a -40.
Okay. What about... Can he make a called shot on the tires of the car behind the semi?
Absolutely. So you would hold the shot, and then your next turn you would add 20% to it.
Okay, he's going to do that to try and pop the 2 back tires.
Incredible. All right. We're over to Agent Kakuza. What you up to?
I'm thinking about, and I'm potentially regretting the fact that I created a barricade at the end of this block here. I'm thinking about finding a way to run up to the semi, using either the median, or is there any like pedestrian access or like service access on the side of this bridge, or is it just like wall air? Like, is there no way to walk across this bridge besides the road itself?
The road itself, you could crawl on the median and walk on it, or you could jump over to the opposite side for cover.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. How tall?
It is about chest height. So you could crouch and walk along it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of crouching and walking behind the median and trying to make my way up towards the semi.
Okay, great. So you can get a few meters in, about there. How's that?
That looks good.
Okay. You're crouched, you have full cover. All right. Okay. Sam, are you still out at the top of the SUV?
Yeah, I haven't said I wasn't, so he's kind of like hunkering a bit to level, but he's not.
Okay.
Not out.
Okay. So you have some cover, but not a lot. We'll do a -10 for the shot. Doesn't matter. He rolled a 6, and this sniper fires at you again. How many hit points do you have left?
10.
Okay. Yeah, he does 6 damage to you. Didn't roll under the lethality score, but hits you for another 6. How many? You've lost what?
Started at 13, so...
Okay. Yeah. So the second shot hits you. You fall down in the car. You are incapacitated. You can still fire your weapon and do things from that location, but you feel a lot of blood leaving you, and you're starting to feel really weak. And from inside the car, you could do some stuff, but it's getting pretty rough around the edges for you. All right. Our truck driver is going to continue. Not going to do it. All right. This semi-truck is you just hear it trying to turn over. That's good. And you see somebody climb up on top of the semi-truck and is looking for targets. And there's some warning shots being fired up in the hills where you once were, Dave. From the semi-truck passenger side, you hear them pop, 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 and hit the rocks behind you. It seems like they know your old location now, but you have since moved. All right, Marksman Dave. It is your turn.
I'm going to lob a grenade towards where this guy was looking for me, hopefully getting it under the car to maybe do a little splash damage or something like that.
All right.
Rolling athletics, is that what it is?
Athletics.
Damn it. 71.
Okay. Yeah, it comes up short, blows up, but you see the guy under the car have to flinch and maybe is interrupted for a little bit. All right, over to you, Sam. What are you doing? And you guys, you can talk. You guys have radios, so I want to tell them you're beat up. So
yeah, I was gonna ask a question. So I have field dressing in my inventory. Does that constitute a medicine check?
Yeah, you can try to staunch some of your bleeding.
Yeah, because I don't have medicine at all. I'm 0, I think.
Yeah, same. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your power, and let's see if you can do it.
All right. So, yeah, and Burbage is gonna like cough out a hit as he's in the back seat now, trying to fix himself up. 61.
All right, you were looking for what? 50?
60.
Oh, there. Okay. So you're starting to stabilize it. The second shot was especially harmful in your arm, and you're wrapping it up, and you have a makeshift tourniquet on it, and you've pushed through the pain and are able to do it to yourself. Over to you, Agent Kakuza.
I'm assuming that since my grenade on my sheet does not have anything in the ammo section, the fact that I've thrown one means that I no longer have a grenade, right?
You had one grenade, yeah.
Okay. That's a really... I picked like the most roundabout way of saying that possible. But I think I'm gonna continue running behind the median towards the semi. Is there any way I can maybe take a pot shot at the guy standing on top of the truck, or to maintain cover? Can I not see him right now?
Yeah, you would have to pop up to do it. You can do that. You'll just be out of cover when their turn starts. What do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna take the risk and give it a shot. I'm gonna take a pot shot at that guy. I know that, yeah, now that I know that that Burbridge is hurt, I want to make sure he can't get at him or get Fancy Dave while he's moving. So that's a 20.
All right. You're crouched down low, and you pop up and pop. A small burst straight up at him, and go ahead and roll that lethality.
87.
All right. Let's see. Roll something. Okay. Yeah, your shot hits him square in the stomach, a gut shot, and he hunches over and starts coughing. His fingers still on the trigger of his gun, but he's hunched over, bleeding out of his stomach now. You're inside the car. This sniper is going to aim and wait for anything to come out, hold his action, and this turn is pretty quiet for now. The guy on top of the semi is composing himself, has to make a power roll, and we're over to you, Dave.
Still kind of in cover from this guy, right? Do I have a clear shot at any of these two?
The guy on the truck, you could try to, but the angle, since you're on lower ground, is a little off. You would have to do it at another -20 like Matt just did.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Let's do it. It wouldn't have mattered. 75.
All right. Yeah, you fire and miss. Over to you, Agent Burbridge.
All right. Having took care of that, he is going to very slightly roll down the window, and he is just going to stick the tip of the light machine gun out. And the intent here is to just provide suppressing fire.
Okay.
And not look through, aim at all. In fact, he's probably like pressed up against the back of the seat so that his body doesn't come out of the thing, and he's just gonna lay on it.
You're gritting through the pain. You feel like the darkness start to invade you as you start to lose consciousness and then come back. And in fact, the screeching and screaming of metal tearing out of your machine gun is the only thing that can keep you awake right now. It's like a hellish lullaby that's pulling you back to reality. And you open up. Go ahead and still roll me firearms. And if you crit, then you might hit.
Just 23.
You're just tearing everything up. You see the side of the truck. Well, you don't see anything, but the other agents, you see the side of the truck being torn up by bullet holes. The car in front of it, the glass is starting to break as he has just been laying on the fire. We are over to you, Agent Kakuza.
A little more of the same. I'm gonna keep heading towards the truck, and I'm going to the tractor trailer, I should say, and I'm gonna pop out one more time and see, because the car that's behind the tractor trailer, that's got guys underneath it, right? I can't see those guys.
Yeah, the one guy's underneath it, and then this guy's on top.
I'm gonna pop up one more time, and I'm gonna see if I can take out the guy that I already shot.
Roll it. You're close enough, so you don't have to take that range deficit.
So a regular firearms roll now? Nice. Of course. I fail. That's a 92.
Just little suppressing fire among the machine gun suppressing fire happening, and it is his turn. He is going to take a shot at you, minus 40, and he misses. And it hits the cover right in front of you. Probably would have hit you if you weren't behind some cover. And our driver is going to try again. Oh my god, critical failure. You hear him turn the engine in. You just hear the sound of a rod being thrown in the engine. You know what an engine sounds like. And he has ground this thing to hell, and this thing is not going to get started. He probably is going to give up, is your guess. But this truck is fully incapacitated now.
Well, that makes my job a lot harder.
Yeah. The passenger of the truck shoots some more fire towards you, Dave, and he can't see you, but he's shooting in your direction. Nothing hits, but he's doing some suppressing fire to try to keep you there. And we are over to you, Agent Dave. What are you doing?
I throw my last grenade as well. See how that goes.
Yeah, I imagine this time you have your fingers crossed. You're like, all right, This is the one. This is it.
Yeah.
Fucking snipers. I hate them.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Ooh, an 8.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that lethality. It's under 15 you're looking for.
I'm just rolling I'm rolling both of them again, right?
Yeah, just both of them. And then under 15%.
77 is
Nope. Yeah, there's no crit fails on lethality. So 7 plus 7, though, is enough damage to kill this guy. The grenade rolls in front of him as he's looking through his scope. His other eye is still closed, but he opens it for a brief second to see the grenade laying in front of him, wobbling back and forth, and then just explodes, and he is done. This car, the back rear end of it, lifts up, and it spins a little bit and lands there. There's no fire or anything quite yet that you can see from where you are, Agent Gagoots. But that guy is done. All right, we're going over to you, Agent Burbridge. It is your turn.
I think Burbridge is just doing more of the same right now.
Yeah.
He's just trying to keep him down.
Yeah. You have about 2 more turns of this before you're out of ammo. But go ahead. Roll me the
Perfect.
firearms.
I got an 8.
Dang, it's pretty low. But yeah, let me see. We'll get to that. All right. Agent Kakuza Gagoots, it is your turn.
Do I have enough movement to run over and jump on top of this car that just had a grenade? Move it. What I'm thinking is, now that I can't get inside this truck anymore, or now that I can't get this truck started, I should say,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about taking out this guy on top of the truck. But if I can get close enough, what I'd like to maybe do is trip him and get him to fall off the top of the truck.
You can't quite get there. So you can set it up, though. You could get here and be ready to grapple up, hiding under the car, if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay, you have full cover. You're behind the car, and then it is their turn. The driver of the truck, probably feeling ashamed of his crappy engine work, opens the door, leans out, and just fires down the way, and is trying to avoid the machine gun fire that's peppering the side of it. And then the passenger also fires towards you, Dave, still hitting nothing, just rocks and sand flying up above you. And we're back over to you, Marksman Dave.
Do I have a bead on the passenger? No, right? Probably.
If you climbed up a little bit, you could see him.
Yeah, I think I'll probably reposition so I can get a better angle on the passenger, and
Yeah.
that'll just be my turn.
Yeah. So you do that, and you can aim, getting ready to take the shot at him. All right. More suppressing fire.
Nah, this time Burbank is going to lay off, and he's going to roll up the windshield, kind of like try to maneuver his way into the driver's seat, close the door, And then he is with no small, with no quickness.
Okay.
He is going to try to kind of unjackknife this and drive it further up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So roll a willpower again, or a power, just to see if you can push through the pain to do this.
Does not look like it. I got an 87.
Okay. It's too excruciating. You position yourself in the driver's seat. There's a lot of blood, man. It's starting to make you nauseous, and you're starting to black out here and there. You can get the car on, but to grab that wheel, you just kind of slump over on top of it and are close to actually taking a nap on it, but you're still awake. All right, Agent Kakuza, what are you doing?
I am going to jump up on top of this car that has been displaced slightly by the grenade.
Yeah.
If I can, I don't know which is more in my wheelhouse, but I'd like to either grab this dude by the ankle and yeet him off the top of the truck, or take my combat knife and take out his Achilles.
Damn. Yeah, so the unarmed will be to throw him off, and then melee will be to stab him.
Okay,
as far as you know, what would you be more comfortable with?
I think I'm slightly better at unarmed, so I think I'm just going to try to yank him off the top of the truck.
Yeah, you get up there and you dive from this car to the tractor trailer at his legs. Go ahead and roll it.
All right. 23. That's a go.
Yeah, there's nothing to grab onto because it's a square back of a truck other than his legs, and you get your arms around both of them and just yank, and he falls off the side. Let me roll him some luck and then some dodge. Oh, God, 99. All right. Well, that's a fail. Yeah, somehow the angle you pull him makes him fall over, and maybe it's the stomach shot that he got from you earlier, but he crumples and then goes head first, and you see his neck snap as it hits the concrete on the ground. You fall down on your ass though, and let's see, take a d4 of damage. You take 1 damage from falling off of the truck and on your butt. All right, Dave, this guy in the driver's seat has a bead on you. He's going to take a shot, and he hits. What's your armor? Is it 5? Let me see.
5, and then Kevlar helmet +1, so 6.
Yeah. So he does 3 damage to you. As this bullet comes screaming out, it hits you in the thigh. It kind of grazes you, but there's some flesh that it took with it, and you have a little bit of a hobble now. Your movement speed will be minus 50%. But it is your turn.
Can I see this guy who shot me?
Yeah, he's the guy in the truck that you were trying to get a beat on. So.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I'm just gonna fire one right back at him.
All right, let's see it.
40.
All right, your bullet goes in. Go ahead and roll that lethality.
That sucks. 19.
Right above it. Okay, but you double 9, so you still kill him. Go ahead and, do you want to narrate the shot or do you want me to?
I'm just gonna say that, okay, what kind of weapon was he using to shoot me with?
It's just a M4 AR, so it's like your gun but without a scope.
Okay, without a scope. Man, I am pissed. I am real pissed that I took that shot, and I'm just gonna as I get blasted in the leg, I'm gonna get down on one knee and then kind of steady myself and shoot right above where I saw that muzzle flash of him and blast through his iron sights right into his thyroid.
Yeah. It's just it's like a mess of gurgling and death coming out of the cab of the truck. Luckily, the truck is already dead because the blood that splattered on the windshield from the inside would have made it real hard to see. But he is done. All right. Your turn, Agent Burbridge.
Yeah, Burbridge is gonna try to right this vehicle and get moving.
All right. Give me that willpower. Let's see it.
A 10.
All right. You are able to use this turn to get it around and steady yourself. You think you could probably drive it now that it's turned around and creep forward a little bit, but not a lot of movement quite yet.
Yeah, he'll like kind of peek out of the driver's side and, you want to ride, Dave?
Yeah,
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm gonna see the car moving, and I'm like, hey.
that's my job. Yeah, we are over to you, Agent Kakuza. You notice some footsteps coming from the side of the semi-truck you can't quite see.
I think I'm going to crawl underneath the truck and see if I can see where those footsteps are coming from.
Yeah, you lay down and you see legs on the other side of the semi-truck.
All right, I think this is going to be what I was gonna try and do before, and I think I'm gonna try to take out this dude's Achilles while I'm underneath the truck.
Yeah, you're army crawling like you're in Vietnam through a rice paddy under this semi-truck, and his foot is right there. Go ahead.
And that's a melee, you said?
Melee. And he has a chance to dodge too.
Ooh, that's a fail. That's a 42.
Okay. Yeah, he failed his dodge too. So you flip out, you hit his ankle, and he looks down at you, but was unable to dodge the hit, but isn't damaged by the blade. It is his turn. Yeah. He aims his gun down, fires. You feel a sting in your back. How much armor do you have?
It says my tactical is 5, and I have a +1 with a Kevlar helmet. So 6.
So you take 6 damage from this bullet that hits you almost point blank in the back. Luckily, you have your vest on. The wind is knocked out of you. Agent Dave, you hear that sound. Anything you're screaming over comms or anything as you get hit?
Ouch. Fuck, that was a stupid idea.
Agent Dave, it is your turn.
Yeah, can I just scan to see,
You can't see anything.
I'm gonna make my way, I guess, closer, because I feel like I'm just gonna try to move closer to the road where I can see now, because I think most of the guys I was trying to kill are dead. So yeah, I'd like to get, I'd like to try to get closer to the group so I can back them up with my rifle.
All right. So just running towards where the car is, maybe like right here.
Yeah, probably that's probably.
You're able to hop over the median and start looking around. There's a lot going on with that car up there and a scorch mark from a grenade, so you can't quite see what the ouch was about. All right, Agent Burbridge, what are you doing?
Does it actually look like Agent Dave's getting in the car? Or... Because if not, Burbridge is going to keep trying to move forward towards that,
I mean, I would say if you want, just go ahead and I'll walk behind. I'll try to stay behind you or whatever as cover. It's totally fine.
Okay. Now you're going to roll your drive at -20.
My percentage is 30, so I need a 10, so 20.
Yep. Okay. You're able to get up there. You start nodding off and you slam into this car behind everything. We'll say you're under this truck now. The car moves forward, hits the truck. Can you roll your luck, Agent?
42.
Okay. The semi-truck careens a little bit and just enough hits this guy and knocks him unstable right in front of you as it looks like he's about to take another shot. He stumbles over towards the median, buying you a precious second of time. What are you doing?
All right. Instead of trying to immediately get vengeance on this guy, I realize that I am in an extremely dangerous situation, and I'm going to roll back out on the south side of the truck, and I'm going to try to get some cover. From here, I can't see that guy anymore, right?
You'd be able to see his legs if you rolled out.
Okay. I think I'm going to abandon trying to take him out, though, and I think I'm going to run towards the cab of the truck.
Rolling out is going to be your turn, and that's all you're going to be able to do.
That's what's happening next, then.
Yeah. This guy, it is his turn. He peeks under the truck and fires some spray at -30 because you're covered behind the tire and does not hit, but you know that he is trying to kill you. We are over to you, Dave. What are you doing?
I am looking down my scope to see if I can, I guess, pick up any enemies from where I'm at.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your military science land, which I think is around 40.
Yeah, 70.
You don't see anything through the scope. High ground would be nice probably, but you don't, you just came out of the rocks. There's the medians that you could probably run to right now.
I think I might try to stay low and like I want to, I think, get up into this truck that's like right in front of me. So
Yeah.
I want to try to make my way that way.
You're able to hop into the back.
How's that machine gun looking?
It's looking ready to use. All right. Over to Agent Burbridge. What are you doing?
I'm sure Agent Burbridge heard the shots from the pistol, right?
Yeah.
He is kind of going to jolt awake after hitting the other car, and he's going to unroll the window a little bit and like stick the muzzle kind of in the crack between the front of the the front and the window itself. And he's just gonna aim right around the back of the truck to try and just catch him if he comes around that corner. So he's basically holding an action to shoot whatever this guy is gonna come from over here on the left.
Incredible. Yeah. Now it is your turn, Agent Kakuza.
All right, I'm gonna run towards the cab of the tractor trailer. There's a dead guy in the passenger seat, right? I think what I would like to do is open the door and kind of using the dead guy as a human shield, trying to take out the driver with my gun.
Yeah. You get in, you open the cab. It is covered in red blood from Dave's shot. And the driver is actually the one who exited the other side and was looking for you on the other side of the truck.
Bad. Okay. All right. So I'm going to, in that case, I'm going to jump. If I still have enough movement, I'm going to try to sneak into the driver's side seat and maybe see if I can just peek out from the window and get a better aim on this guy and shoot at him.
Yeah, you can see in the mirror that he is looking up towards the cab. He had seen your feet run off, so he's looking up. You are not able to take the shot on this turn, though.
Okay.
And he steps out and tries to fire on the cab at -40. Rolled a 67, so he fails. Some bullets start to hit. In fact, the mirror explodes. You no longer have that as a point of vision. But we are over to you, Dave. What are you doing?
Do I have a bead on him with this machine gun? No. Okay.
Yeah, behind the semi-truck, so you can't see him.
Oh, I can't see him. Okay.
Shoot through the truck.
Probably not
Hope
the
nothing
best
volatile's
idea.
in there.
I think I am going to set up the machine gun, though, and get it ready to, fire if I see anything that needs to be fired upon. I imagine it's going to take some time to get it ready.
Yeah, you can get it onto the roof of the truck and loaded and ready, and you are holding it waiting.
Hearing shots and seeing no one, he is going to crack the window more, and he is going to try to roll the grenade under the vehicles, kind of underhand toss it underneath the car and the truck to get over to that guy.
Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and roll that athletics -20 with your level of injuries.
29.
And what's the target?
Let's see. I've got 40, so it needed to be 20.
All right. You roll it, and it goes under the car and explodes, and the semi-truck doesn't shift much, but the back of it, the doors blow open and start to open a little bit and are ajar, and the guy who is on the other side of it falls on his ass and from the concussion. All right, Agent Gagoots.
All right, I'm gonna hear the explosion and I'm gonna see, because I was trying to look out I don't know if I had enough action in the previous turn to actually look out the window, but I'm hoping to kick the door open and kind of dive out the door of the truck while this dude is on his ass and taking a shot at him.
Hell yeah. So, John Woo, you kick the door open, doves fly out of the truck somehow, and you dive in slow motion with your submachine gun. Go ahead and roll it.
1.
What the fuck? Everyone, you can't see what's going on, but What you see, Agent Burbridge, is a peppering of this guy, almost like the zipper shots, right? But the most interesting thing about it is the pink mist that appears where his head used to be. Somehow your submachine gun round, it's a hollow point, has not just turned his head into a crater like Dave's other shot, but has completely disappeared his face. And there's this impossible moment before he collapses down to the cement where it seems like his body turns towards you just a little bit more and wobbles and then finally slaps the ground, and he is done.
Hell yeah. All right, what's in
And
this
as far
truck,
as you-
guys?
Yes. The doors are hanging ajar. You are quite injured. Can everybody roll me an alertness?
After this roll, I have another question for you, but oh my god.
I got a 30.
Geez, 72. I'm the least alert marksman.
I
I've
swear
ever
to
met.
God, I got another 1.
Hey,
Amazing.
I believe you.
These are not weighted dice. I use these as a DM and I get my ass handed to me all day.
Everyone else is a little rattled. You hear the sound of helicopter in the distance. You just hear far away. You don't have any backup coming. You're not sure where this is coming from, but you hear that.
Dave, keep an eye out for the sky. I hear a helicopter coming.
Sure. Drop my rifle, I guess, against the top of the, truck and scan the skies looking for the helicopter.
All right. What are you guys doing? Dave's on watch.
Are we looking to blow this thing?
Are we-
or
Are we
take it?
still in like, I don't know what the word for it is, like initiative or
Turn order?
yeah, turn order?
Nope. You guys can do whatever you
All
want.
right. If I can, I realize that what's the difference between medicine and first aid is the question I was going to ask before.
Yeah, first aid is going to be patching yourself up. Medicine is using psychopharmacological, like pills for things. Like, let's say you wanted to find something in a pharmacy that's a stimulant. Like, you would roll medicine.
All right. So
to do
there's
that, yeah.
there's nothing I can do that Burbridge hasn't already done to himself with my field dressing that will help improve his health, right?
No.
Okay. All right. So in that case, I'm gonna continue to jack open the back of this truck.
Yeah. You open it and the air is chilled as it hits you. You've been out in the hot desert sun on concrete, and the walls are lined with makeshift, almost like coffins. There's a smell of an antiseptic almost, and almost a sense of ammonia to it as well. In the center of the trailer, you see hoisted with chains, a strange box just sitting there dangling. You see bullet holes around the sides of the trailer, and they're on that box is the body of what looks to be like a scientist with probably a machine gun round embedded in his neck, slumped over dead.
Does this look self-inflicted?
Probably not
Okay.
with how much machine gun
Oh,
fire
okay.
it
So
took.
it was just this in the hullabaloo. This dude happened to get taken out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before Gagoots goes in there, can Burbridge set the other, basically prime a C4 for 60 seconds and, toss it to Gagoots? Just, kind of, hit the red button, you got 60 seconds, get out of there.
Yeah, I'm gonna report back what I saw, and I'm gonna be like, guys, I don't like this. Whatever, this truck's incapacitated. Whatever's going on in here, it's not fitting in our truck. I say we blow it and get the fuck out of here.
You could take the crate that the guy is sitting on dead.
Okay, in that case, I think I will. Is the timer already going down, or is it waiting for me to be go?
The intention was that you would be able to hit the
Okay,
timer
okay.
and dip.
All right, so I think I'm gonna attempt to take the crate and be like, whatever else this is doesn't look good. I'm gonna blow it. The crate can fit in the trunk, and we can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, roll your athletics to unhook it from the...
43. So that's a success.
All right, you pull it down. It's uncharacteristically heavy, and it thumps to the ground. Feels like it has some weight to it. It is extremely cold when you touch it.
Is it still something, even though it's heavy, is it still something I can pull out myself, or am I gonna need a team lift on this one?
Yeah, you're able to pull it out yourselves. Any business with the coffins.
I think after I get the crate out of the truck, or at least mostly out of the truck, I'm gonna set the charge like right between all the coffins, and then I'm gonna pull the crate out while telling Burbridge to back the car up a little bit so I can get a little bit away from the truck in case this thing explodes. I don't want us all to blow up.
Yeah.
Can I be like walking closer towards them while I'm like kind of like scanning the
Yeah, absolutely.
guys?
Yep. You're on Overwatch. And so you get the crate in the car. You throw the C4 in there. Taking a peek or just taking off?
Honestly, once we got the box, I'm back in business mode, and I'm like, you're taking shotgun now. I'm getting back in the car. I'm driving.
All right. Agent Burbridge, can you roll me luck?
28.
You maintain consciousness. This thing is in there, feels cold. Whatever's in this case is emitting some of the cold. It's not just a refrigerated truck, although it is that as well. And you feel that cool air in there, augmenting the AC. You jumping into Agent Dave?
Okay.
All right, go ahead and roll your drive. See if you can get away from this helicopter.
All right, 30.
All right, you take off and are on the road again. Go ahead and give me a navigation check to see if you can find a route that the helicopter probably wouldn't scan.
64.
Under 70,
Yep.
right?
The shit I'm good at.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have the map in your head basically and are like, okay, I know exactly where to go. There's this tunnel that goes through a mountain pass and we're going there. And as you're driving off, the telltale sound of C4 going off in the back of a semi-truck full of gasoline erupts from behind you. And you hear the groan of earth and metal straining as this bridge is struggling to stay up, but eventually collapses behind you, and you are off and into the sunset for now. What are you doing as you're driving back?
I mean, I'm a little hurt. I'm just trying to keep it together. I feel like this is the first time I've had a chance to breathe in the past couple hours. So I'm like, we got our own air conditioning. This is pretty nice.
I'm probably gonna be out of the sun on the moonroof or whatever, just still providing cover, overwatch, whatever you want to call it for us.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and roll alertness from there.
22.
All right. Alert as hell. And what are you doing, Agent Burbridge? Sleeping?
Burbridge is just holding on. He's pulled a Snickers out of his duffel bag, and he's just 1,000 yards staring, snacking, trying to stay awake.
Yeah, any conversation to have between you professionals as you're getting out of here?
Good job, boys. Then we could do it.
Not the worst stop. Definitely
And it
not
was
the best.
It's about all Burbridge can muster. Taking the asset directly back to the drop point, or are you going to take a peek there, or just get it in?
We don't get paid to ask questions.
I got to keep my eyes on the road. I'm not taking a peek while we're in the car. I'm
Right.
taking a look maybe through the rear view just to make sure nothing's popping out of it while we're driving. But otherwise, I'm you know what? I'm pretending there's not a scary box in the back of the car. I've done this before. I'm just going to keep driving.
Yeah. You look and you don't see anything moving out of the box, and you're able to get safely back to Luke Air Force Base. You see the Telltale Suburban out there, and Agent Butterfield has taken off his jacket and is awaiting you. Looks like he might have got some Z's while you were gone too, but still covered in sweat. And he grabs his jacket as you approach and puts it back on to look professional. It's ill-fitted and a little big on him, and he walks towards you.
There he is.
Oh, you guys are back a lot faster than I expected. And he looks at the windshield that's all beat up, and there's still bullet holes in the car, probably missing a mirror. Seems like you engaged directly.
What gave you that idea?
Yeah. Well, anyway, did you find anything? What intel did you gather?
Well, listen, unfortunately, whoever was driving that truck is not quite as gifted as I am behind the wheel, and he threw a rod, so we couldn't get everything back in one piece, but we took what we could.
Great. Good. Thank you. Is it in the back?
Sure is.
Yeah, he flips open the door, the back, pulls the box forward, covered in blood from the guy who was shot on top of it, and says, "Oh, well, what's in it?"
I thought you knew this already.
You tell us.
I just knew they had something. Do you mind getting your guns ready?
Oh boy.
For the first time, I'm gonna holster my rifle and pull out my submachine gun.
Yeah, he reaches into a pocket and puts on glasses, and then goes to the two locks, flips them up, turns a metal key, flips open another latch, and then slowly grabs it, looks nervously to everybody to make sure he's covered, and says a Hail Mary under his breath, and opens it, and some waft of icy cool air comes out of it, and a humming sound as well. And in it is a large silver oval that has spike points on the ends, and it looks about the size of a skull. He looks at you. They sure did think this was important, and he goes to touch it. See, he's able to keep his sanity as he touches it, and he just holds it up. It's like, well, I suppose the lab will probably have to figure out what this thing does, but I appreciate you guys coming out here and getting it for us.
Hopefully they wanted this and not the bunch of caskets in the back, too.
Oh, you found caskets in the back.
Well,
Would they have bodies in them?
Well, that's what they looked like. We didn't really have a lot of time to check, but this is the only thing that fit in the car, so that's what you're going to get.
Hey, I appreciate your guys' work, and it's been a pleasure. I really, on behalf of the program, want to thank you for coming out in such short notice. You're a lifesaver. And he puts it back in the chest and closes it and tries to pick it up, and then looks over to you, Agent Dave. He's like, you mind giving me a hand?
I sigh and I want to take out a cigarette and I want to very elegantly / dexterously light it, no problem, and then fucking lift the thing up for him.
Yeah. It's the biggest in your face that he could have gotten as you light the smoke and grab the box and help him load it into his Suburban. He gets in, takes his jacket off again, throws it in the passenger seat, and gives you a little wave and says, well, AC-130's still here. You might want to ditch the truck. And he points to your SUV and takes off. Anything you want to say to him before he leaves?
You deserve a better jacket.
You really got no idea what this thing is.
And he looks at you and says, not really. Sorry. Then takes off.
Just gonna throw my guns over my shoulders and be like, all right, boys, on to the next one, and start heading towards the AC-130.
Yeah, you guys helping Agent Burbridge get there?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We're just going to kind of lean over. Hey, you want to help me out?
I was like, I promise you a steak. When we land, I'll get you a steak.
Yeah.
I could kill for some Wendy's, actually.
You can even pick the cow and I'll shoot it for you.
He's going to need a hospital first. So, yeah. You get to the AC-130, tap the back of it where the pilot is. He starts doing his pre-flight check. The engines whirl up and you are off and getting the hell out of the desert back to home. And each of you notice under your seats a large stack of cash. About $60,000. Pretty good for 1998. Something to enjoy the short amount of time you have left on this earth.